Smart cities. What's that? I mean, in mathematics or in chemistry, the definitions are clear. How about smart cities? I mean, if you take a look on that, we have smartphones, we have smart fridges, we have smart dustbins in the cities. Like, the number of products in which we can say there's this word smart is unlimited. The question is, do we need to have smart people in the cities? And what's the need of that? It's even more important because Americans, they made a research which said that every product with the word smart in the name of that is on average 42% more expensive than the product without the word smart in the name of that. And it doesn't mean automatically that it's something bad, but the question is what we can get as an added value, what we can get as the result, and how to assess which result we would like to have. As I said before, the number of definitions is almost unlimited. The biggest challenge in here is that depending on the area in which you work, there will be a different definition. So people who are experts in IT, they will point out that smart cities is purely technology. And everything that is connected with technology, that's smart city. The people who are responsible for the participation of citizens in the city, they would say, no, smart city means people who are participating in the decision-making processes within the city. Whereas the people who are responsible for environmental protection, they would say, smart city? That's a place in which we care about energy efficiency, in which we care about the quality of water and air. So, can we say that there is one definition? There is more of there? What are the challenges in here? Because of the fact that we don't have one definition, it brings us the case how we can define what the smart city is. Because we cannot say that smart city is everything. If something is everything, it absolutely means it's nothing because it's non-defined. And then you can call almost everything to be a smart city. When we don't want to do that and we don't have one clear definition, maybe it might be easier for us to base on the examples and present the examples of the city. And because of that, try to illustrate how the smart city does look like. So let's start with the examples. In here, I would like to present you the examples which were presented just by the cities, taking from one of the conferences in which cities were presenting why we're smart. And the first case, that's the city, which tends to think, hey, we're smart, because we replaced 5,000 city lights with a modern LED lighting system, which of course means you lower the usage of the electricity. You can turn on, turn off the lights automatically, and it can be automatically detected how much light you need. Smart? That's exactly what they think. We're smart because of that. Let's take a look on another example. The other city says, for us it's different. We're smart because we have intelligent transportation system. Intelligent transportation system, what is that? That's a system which helps you to manage the whole movement without the city. So you can turn on and turn off the green and red lights, just influencing the flow of cars, pedestrians, bicycles, trams, trains. All of that is managed from one place, which means you need to install lots of cameras, detectors, and because of that, it has to be managed from one place. Third city said, for us, smart city is something super different. We tend to think that for us, smart city means we have a perfect communication system in our city with our city inhabitants. So if it works like that we are walking through the street and you can see a hole in the street, you can just take your mobile phone, turn the picture. There's automatic geolocalization. You send it. You don't have to think if for that responsible is department responsible for roads or any other department that you don't even know the name of the department, because it will be automatically assigned. And it's not even the fact that you will send that information, but you will get the confirmation, then you will get the information problem is solved, and you will get the information with the picture which presents the solved problem. And the fourth case, in which we can say, for us, smart city means we have the system which is supporting the management of the whole city. Management of the whole city means we have the data from education, roads, environmental protection, social help. All that data is integrated, and we don't make the decision based on our beliefs, good practices, but we made the decision which is 100% based on the data. Well, if you compare all these examples, that's pretty challenging, because you had this case of installing 5,000 LED lamps, which costs around 1 million euro, and is not that complicated because it's done by one department. And you have the case of the whole system which supports the process of managing the city, which cost around 100 million euro and involves all the departments of the city. And the preparation of that takes few years. Different? I mean, they are super different one to each other. Just not to illustrate the good sides of that and the good examples of that, there is also the case, and we have hundreds of that cases, in which we did something which was called smart city, but we're not pretty sure if it was a good decision. And let's move to Barcelona, the city which, if you think about smart city, one of the first that comes into your mind is Barcelona. They thought about having the system which supports the transportation and the usage of public transport. I mean, they thought that was their initial idea. And the idea was saying, let's do it in the way that if you wait on a bus stop or tram stop, and if your bus or tram is late, and if you put the information of your Facebook, Instagram, or any other kind of social media, it might be automatically detected. And because of that, after that detection, they are sending an extra bus, which will reach you on that bus stop. Sound smart? If you start to think about it practically, how often does it happen that you wait on the bus stop and you'll put that information on your Facebook? Hey, I'm waiting on the bus stop and I'm stuck. Not very often. That's one thing. Another one, it has to take some time, after which you will be that angry that you put that information. 20 minutes? Well, if there is not a second bus and the time schedule in 20 minutes, that means there is a real problem with public transportation. But even though if something like that will happen, how many of you will put that post on Facebook? Majority will just take your mobile phone and order Uber. And even if you will do so, and even if you'll decide to post that on your Facebook, which means it took at least 20 minutes, then it needs to be recognized. Then they need to send the information to the main bus station, and then takes some time till which the bus will reach you. 40 minutes, 50 minutes. How many of you will still wait on the bus stop? 1%, 0.5%? The others will walk, take the Uber, jump into another bus, or just call your friends. And that's a typical example of the systems, which sadly we have lots of in smart cities in the last years, which were very nice, very expensive, gadgets. Useless, very expensive, but they brought the perspective, which means that's challenging right now with defining what the smart city is and presenting how and which areas we would like to implement the smart city projects. you.